Good evening, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It is me, Cutiefox ASMR. I bid you welcome to the stream. Now, before we begin, I would like to give a huge shout out to my active patron members: Jade Lunaire, Spam Juniper Turn, Cloaked Pelt 29, Aelin, Aaron Thash, Kiyumi, KitKat 0406, Gwendolyn Adamsbone, Azura Akamor, Canuck, Emma, Knock on Wood, Nobody at All, Agatha, Ragecat 888, Amy Wires, The Octahat, Evelyn Puppy, Dzib, Rosebound, Nunberg, Fish Salad, Antari Akiyama, Sarha Smith, William Hale, Valkyr Tenno, Rylanor, the fan of a truly iconic Foxo, Galahad, Salgor Agaris, Marissa Crescidasame, Benifer the Potato, Genetic Zero, ZT Mackin, Songbird, Kyra, Void Dweller, T35, Morning Owlet, Elster's Shiny Things, Tarsis, Jessica, Amy Olgars, Tiny Portal, Chloe, Beer the Space Witch, Ellipses, CM Fireflies, Some Guy, Ghost 48, Joanna, Indigo, Aelin, Kai, Danny Baveni, TGS TGA, Breedable Vaporeon, Eden, Mick Shepherd, Captain Aardvark 986, Lily Adams, Hazel, Archibald, Bluegoo, Alice, Kolik 92, Prophecy Fulfilled, DFA Plays, Robot Waifu, and Bloodmoth. Thank you. Thank you so very much for all of your support. It truly means the universe to me. And if you wish to be an active patron as well, please click the link in the description down below to visit my Patreon. Patrons get access to content that isn't shown, as well as content that is early access. Thank you so very much. And now, without any further ado, hello, it's me again. Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Hello, Jonathan. It is so very nice to meet you as well. I am so very glad that you have come around to catch the stream. I gathered. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Please pull up a chair. Get yourself something wonderful to drink. We've got a bit of a special treat because I finally worked out all of the bugs that were plaguing me in the last stream when I first started the climb. So this is technically episode 2. I'm calling it episode 1 because this is the first time I'm streaming it. But yes, I have done a little bit of the grinding already. We are currently at level 17. And I look forward to seeing how far we climb. Hello, Nyx. Hello, Mary. Very good to see you. Jonathan says I can't stay. Sadly, I gotta go to bed, but I love you still. Aw. Well, thank you so very much. Do rest well. And I hope to catch you again on the next stream next week. I stream around 6 to 7 for about 2 hours. You know, that's just like the ranges for when I start. I should have been starting like an hour earlier. Jonathan says, sounds great. I'll be there, babe. Oh, calling me babe now. How interesting. How very interesting. Right. Just going to set that aside. Definitely need to be clearing a few of these items off. Gosh, my desk has grown so cluttered. And now I shall set up the stream on my phone so that I am able to pay attention to what you say. Ah, there we go. Also, you can hear me, right? I am not completely deafened, right? Yeah-huh. Yeah-huh. Right. Let us begin. We'll begin with a spin. Oh, thank you so very much for the $2. It's very much appreciated. Click, click. Eidos Interactive. Oh, we're level 18. I'm just gonna update that in the stream really quickly. We're going to go over here. And we're just going to change the character levels to 18 and 18. Wanted to be a little bit conservative, just... well, not in that way, but, you know, just in terms of where we track these levels. Righto. Back we go. Here's where we're at. Oh right, I should probably turn the sound effects back up a little bit. Because I've killed the music, we should be alright. Climbing up this ladder. This isn't the last time we're gonna be climbing up and down that ladder either. And this I love the sound. It's incredible. So yeah, this is currently how strong they are. Just at level 18. Hey, Cloud's on the trampoline! Cloud, I love you, but we gotta get off the trampoline now. We've got monsters to fight. And hello, Nathan. It's very good to see you. So yeah, this is pretty much like a glorified conversation stream because this is pretty much what the grind is going to look like. Walking back and forth on a pipe, battling monsters, saving every level or so, until we get to level 99. One of the things that I am planning on doing is creating a clone save file of the characters when they're at like level 20, so that I can eventually take that save file out of the reactor building. I don't want to be like too overpowered, I want to be able to actually struggle at times with the story. And with some of the encounters, you know, further ahead. So I think level 20 would be a good way to stop. Yep. That's pretty much it. It's going to be this area with a save file, on this pipe, back and forth, fighting monsters, gaining the experience that these monsters drop. Monsters. I don't think they're monsters, are they? I'm pretty sure that they're just mechs and soldiers that Shinra's hired. The things some people do, says Wing Slash. Indeed. And another reason why I think it's better that I start the stream here is because in the early level it's definitely fun to watch the levels start to climb, but this is the feeling. This is the feeling right here. We have a long climb to go. Hello, Blackwell. It's so very good to see you again. Hi. Nathan says, I forget, does Final Fantasy VII fully heal your characters after level up? No. Final Fantasy VII does not heal your characters at level up. Nor does it give you back MP, which means that MP bar that you see, I've not spent a single MP point. I've not cast any spells. This is just naturally how it goes as you level up. The MP bar is going to shrink because its capacity has grown larger. Also, are the songs of the playlist still playing even as you hear the sound effects? Because if so, I think that's just really, really brilliant. A little bit of coincidental, serendipitous design. Yeah, I can just imagine a level 99 Cloud and Barret emerging from the reactor after being trapped in here for literal months. Absolutely, like, swolled up to the max. Just absolute, just strunk. They be strunk. And I mean, hey, I'm pretty darn sure that if things go well, I might just keep the level 20 save file, like, for myself. You know, for a personal playthrough. But the level 99, I definitely want to see how the game gets if you emerge with full leveled characters in the first area of the game. How busted would it be? It is a little bit eerie for me, because you at least have a little bit of music to go with the sound effects, so it looks like I've just replaced the music, but I've got no music on my end. I literally am just watching these characters go in silence, And hey! We are a little less than 1,000 away from Cloud's next level up. Let's hope that we can get the characters to level 20 by the end of the stream. I wonder how much gil I will amass at the end of it. I know that I started out with very few potions, and I did actually use a couple like this. Slowly using them as I take on damage. But I've just been slowly accumulating them as the battles have been going on, because I just haven't been needing to use them. There have been more than a couple of people that have done this sort of thing before me, and it's fascinating to listen to all of their stories. Like, for example, before you're even able to name your characters in this game, it is possible to get to level 99, did you know? But you don't have access to a save file. You don't have access to the save system at all. No save states, no backups. You would have to get to level 99 in one sitting. And someone did that. And because Steam crashed, it also crashed upon getting level 99 because it tried to report back to Steam that they had succeeded in getting to level 99, and in doing so caused the game to crash and not retain it at all. Which is just absolutely cruel in my opinion. You work for absolute months getting your characters up to level 99 without the ability to save, and then the game just denies you the victory lap. Absolute madness. While I'm crazy, I am not quite that crazy. I still want to do this challenge, though. Because, again, I like bragging rights. Interviews for how they made this game, because it's wild to me. Oh, hey, thank you. Slowly getting there. Cloud is reaching towards level 19. It's almost like watching a plant grow. It is very, very slow glowing, but you can definitely see all the little steps the plant makes before it reaches full maturity. Hello, Winter. It's so very good to see you. Hi. So how's everyone's day been today? Mine has been a little bit slow, but I have been doing a little bit of work on Secret Final Boss. Hopefully I will be able to get that out soon. I was hoping to get it out today, but it looks like I will be getting it out either tomorrow or Saturday. I'm really, really, like, in awe of how they put this together. Because, from what it looks like to me, these are all pre-rendered images. Either drawn, or they were 3D generated. Yeah, they were made, they were sculpted in 3D space, and then they just took a picture of it. Then they programmed the pathways over it, which I just think is absolutely fantastic. I like how we drop down to the platform to do the battle, and then we hop all the way back up to the pipe in order to do the walking. W machine gun. I've been playing another Final Fantasy game a lot too, and I think I've reached around the halfway point on it, but it's Final Fantasy VII. I don't know how I feel about 3 just yet. It's alright, but it isn't my favorite story. I do like the design of all the classes though, they are absolutely cute. I have an idea. It is a silly idea, but here is my idea. Because I don't want to be like in the corner watching this game going back and forth when it is just going to be just me going back and forth. So what I want to do is I want to capture the game and just have it be on this, like, side area. Like, a little bit over the V-Stars logo. So I'm just gonna shift a little bit to the left, and then I'm going to... window capture? No, not a window capture. Nathan says, I've been wanting to play 16 as I've been playing Devil May Cry 5 recently and heard the games have sort of similar combat. Fascinating. Final Fantasy's combat system is broken away from turn-based entirely. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, I'm gone. There we go. The fox overlay. And then, if I do this... Did that work? Hey, it worked! Hello, Emma. It's very good to see you again. Most excellent. So yeah. Now I can walk back and forth on this pipe and it isn't the most dominant thing in the universe. Oh, it's quite alright, Emma dear. Absolutely adorable. Whee! We are doing 10 times the damage that these guys are doing. Ooh. Barret crit. The crit sounds in this game just feel tough. It's comparable in a way to Final Fantasy X's crit sounds. Whenever Auron gets that critical hit sound, it sends shivers down my spine. It just sounds so solid. Also, Emma, you're such a good girl. Also, an idea occurs to me. I want to reduce the sound of the desktop audio just a little bit so that it's not hurting your ears every single time there's a sound effect. So it'll probably be about negative 15 decibels. Just so that things are okay. Nathan says also the part about how they put the game areas together made me think how they made the monsters from Doom. They made clay models of all of the creatures that were then scanned and then digitized. Wow. That is amazing. I love that. That is the best. Let's see, how much gil do we have? We have 12,661 gil. That is a lot of gil. W machine gun. What is the W in W machine gun? Is it wing? Nathan says you can even find photos of the clay models, I'm pretty sure. Oh. That is amazing. Right, after this battle, Cloud is going to level up. From level 18? Level 19! Oof. That is a lot of MP that is not being filled right now. Only 80 to go? Oh, we aren't even halfway. We aren't halfway, and we won't even be halfway at level 45. I think the halfway point is actually level 70, 79, I think. Because of how leveling works in Final Fantasy VII. It is an exponential cost. And the cost just gets higher, and higher, and higher. To the point where we will probably go a couple of streams without a single level up. Or it takes an entire stream to do a single level up. I love that the humming doesn't come back out until you leave the area. And then come back into it. I just think that that's funny. Is everything okay, Black Wolf? You look a little bit flushed. Is everything alright? Such a good girl. Oh, you cuties. Blade beam! Emma says, when you're not talking to me, but I can still hear you, so it still gets me. Poor Emma. Pet, pet, pet. You're so adorable. So very cute. Oof. Cloud on the trampoline again. I just love how the machine just goes absolutely crazy as it falls apart. What's your favorite Final Fantasy game, if you have one? If you've not played any, that's absolutely fine. for me, 12 will have a... will always have a special place in my heart. I remember trying to stream Final Fantasy XII on the channel at one point. It's an unlisted stream now, so you won't be able to find it, but I had a lot of fun playing it on stream. Blackwolf says, just got back getting pizza. Did anything happen? Oh. Not too terribly much. Just me running back and forth, whacking all manner of machine and monster. Maybe even idly flirting with the audience, as I am known to do. Nathan says, I haven't played many, but I really like 6. I actually got 6 along with a majority of the other mainline games. I'm planning on playing through the rest of 3, then playing 4, 5, then 6. Back attack. Not a back attack. Barret is so close to leveling up to level 19. Emma says, I've only played Final Fantasy XI and 14 before. Definitely like 14 most, cause glams and houses and online role-playing. I can totally see the appeal. And Barret is level 19. As will be our custom, every time both Cloud and Barret reach a level, we'll go down here, and we'll save. Emma says also the only console I've ever really owned is PC, so... Well, thankfully all of these are on Steam. So you can slowly collect them at your leisure and play through them. Also, don't worry, Emma. You are still a good girl. You are always a good girl. Oh, someone's getting a little bit flustered in the chat. Oh, so cute. I can totally see after a while, a panicked Shinra soldier / employee is like, those guys have been down there for months. Our entire forces are wiped out. Well, send backup. We're losing our backup, sir. They just keep getting stronger. Whenever we come at them, they just keep taking hits, and they keep getting stronger. And they've been taking our gil, too. That's the real evil that we're doing. We're taking their gil. It's like, put them up. This is a stick up. We're robbing you blind. Emma says, Shinra employee listener gorgeous Foxo with his sword. I would definitely like to see about making a audio based in the Final Fantasy VII universe. If that's the case, then what should the audio be about, I wonder? Maybe the listener accidentally comes in contact with some Genova cells. Maybe. If it is going to be in the Final Fantasy VII universe, I kind of want to lean a bit away from Cloud's story and Sephiroth's story and Zack Fair's story. I kind of want it to be its own thing. I want it to be unique, having a lot of the elements of, and definitely a lot of the themes of. It's like, oh dear, don't you know? That dreaded company is on the planet. And they are the ones who woke me up. Nick says, I'm currently grinding on both Minecraft and Honkai. Oh, really? So yeah, I can definitely see about having a Genova speaker. And perhaps a unknown employee at Shinra who is, like, tasked with working on one of the reactors, only something is going horribly wrong. Nick says, Kamagacha Games already released the new updates. I'm sorry, Nix. I'm gonna offer a hug if you want one. Emma says, also sorry, but game audio is like 4 times as loud as you. Really? It's still loud? Goodness. Here, hang on a second. I'm turning down the game's audio to a little bit lower than the playlist sound. And hopefully that will, like, air out a lot of the problems that we're having. Nick says, I'll take it in any spare head pats. Head pats. Head pats. There we go. Had a girl. Oh, actually, no. Good NB. Such a good NB you are, Nyx. Head pats for you too, Black Wolf. Pet pat. Pet pat. Nyx says cat is good. Good kitty. Even when cat causes chaos? Of course. Quiet side, but that's preferable? I think that it should be on the quiet side. I don't think that it should be main screen. After all, it is going to be something that I do off on the sidelines as we talk, as I slowly make the climb to level 99. So how about we workshop this character of the Genova speaker? Nathan says, Nyx, if you don't mind me asking, who/what are you grinding for? Indeed, I would love to know that too. Levels in Minecraft and an event in Honkai. I see. Why do I keep getting back attacks all of a sudden? Barret needs to use their limit. And I'm only gonna use it on a group of 3. I would assume that Genova would be a little bit pissed off that she's, like, being half-contained somewhere, but also a little bit sinister because already her plans are set in motion. I mean, in the later editions of Final Fantasy VII that I've seen, like Rebirth, Intergrade, etc. and so forth, as well as all other forms of media like Advent Children, it portrays Sephiroth as being like the main threat. When I agree with Skyson, I believe his name is, in which Genova is the real threat of the story. I think that Genova just likes wearing Sephiroth as a disguise because Genova wants to get inside Cloud's head. Because as the game progresses, it becomes increasingly clear that you, the members of Avalanche, and the other party members are a threat to Genova's continued existence on the planet, and Genova wants to corrupt the planet, to consume it, to consume its energy. If you stand in its way, then you're a threat. Which is one of the reasons why I kind of want to make the listener of this Final Fantasy VII story that we are now workshopping. One of the reasons why I want to make it a low-level worker, a low-level employee, you know, just probably doing some maintenance work on the reactor, is that in this particular scenario, you wouldn't be a threat to Jenova, so Jenova would probably take some more liberties with you. Probably see exactly what they could get away with. And perhaps decide to... Huh. I don't know what I just got. I lost the train of my thought. What was I saying? Alright. Perhaps to see if they can keep you. Either as a potential mate or a... pet. I totally see Jenova doing that. What have we here? Fascinating. Thinking. How would I characterize her? Manipulative, potentially using the listener as a tool of some kind. Why would they want to use the listener as a tool? Curiosity? Some sort of drive? Is it because the listener is interesting in some way to her? Shinra, the company you work for, they sought to use me and mine as a weapon, as a tool to defend their own interests. And I tolerated it, because I was otherwise left alone. But then when things started beginning to go wrong, then those pesky other mortals decided to step in, and they have been a constant thorn in my side. What is it about you creatures? What makes you so resilient? Mary says there is a way to get your HP to regenerate in this game so you don't have to use your potions. Well, yeah, but we're only going to be in this room. I don't know if I'll be able to get it if we leave this room. Emma says, Oh, a low-level worker could move about more or less invisibly in the company because they're low-level. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. I can see them potentially looking at Shinra as if it is like some sort of organism. Like the very system is its own organism, and Jenova wants to overtake it for its own means. And then it realizes what the entire thing is about, and... yeah, it might destroy Shinra, the company. It was all well and good at first, wasn't it, my little pet? But unfortunately, the time has come for you to stop. Stop coming to work at that company. It drains the planet's life force, its life energy. That is my food. I will not have you wasting my food. I suppose it could go that way. Another way I could play it as another layer on the theme of deceiving appearances. Because deceiving appearances is a trope that appears a lot in this game from what I remember. Cloud is not what they appear to be. Neither is Sephiroth. It is the revelation of who you truly are as a person that is like a huge theme in this game. And so I think it would be fun to have Jenova be a little bit undercover, at least at first, and to reveal the true nature of the listener as a character. Who are you as this low-level employee? What makes you tick? Why do you come to work at this company? What is your motivation? Are you trying to protect someone? Are you trying to protect yourself? And then there's the most easily answered of all of the questions. Are you frightened? So I think to start, I think she would kind of like infect, overtake another grunt, work their way up in the background, and sort of, I think it should be their boss. Yeah, I think it should, I think it should be their boss. Just blends perfectly into that taking advantage theme. Because then Jenova would take advantage of the listener's lower ranking status in order to invite them over to a meal of some kind. You, stop what you're doing, and come with me. Yes, you are going on break. Don't worry, you aren't in any trouble. I've noticed that you spend a lot of your time alone, away from the others. Is there any particular reason for this? I think it would be prudent if you spend your next meal period with me instead. What do you say, Employee. Excellent. I look forward to your continued compliance. Yeah, I think that is a good idea. I think that is a good idea. And I definitely want to see about implementing it sooner rather than later. But what do you think of this idea? I need to get back into drawing. I want to draw this so badly. I think it could be both cute and slightly dangerous. Yeah, like, at first, she is, like, in the role of the overpowering, possessive, dummy, boss character. And then it just slowly becomes more and more off the rails. So, you have your meal periods by yourself because you want to avoid that. The scorning looks, the Gosh, what is that word? Ostracization, I think it is? You wish to avoid the negative attention of your peers. Fascinating. And to be expected. After all, you are prey. A prey creature. It is understandable for you to run away at the first sign of danger. Oops. Never mind me. But how are you doing today? That, and I do think that it is fun to refer to the listener as prey. It adds that fun dynamic to it. How interesting a response. I was merely being factual. We humans are prey creatures. Anything larger than, stronger than us would make us a very easy meal. Were it not for our intellect. I suppose. And Cloud's level 20! Yes! Wonder what else could make it an interesting audio. How should we flavor the unmasking? Is it something that she willingly reveals, or is it something that the listener uncovers? Emma says, either revealed or uncovered either, but definitely right after the listeners helped accomplish some big scary thing they can't undo. Oh, a big scary thing that they can't undo. Potentially like sabotaging the very reactor that they're working on. Of course, the listener is a little bit knowledgeable on these things and knows that there is something slightly wrong about the way that they're going about this, but they are at the higher up, so who are they to question the order? Here, that knob. I want you to undo it. Yes, undo it. Are you questioning me? How fascinating. I was not aware that you could be capable of such a thing. You are most interesting indeed. But yes, do undo it. And then you will accompany me to this chamber here. Yes, the one here on this diagram. Don't worry, the Scorpion Sentry has been taken care of. We won't be needing to worry about that. Security is incredibly light, yes. That is because I have scheduled them to be at other places. It is not in their nature to question orders from higher up. And after all, you humans, you certainly act. Gosh, what was it that I was gonna say? I lost my train of thought there. Gosh. Ah, you humans act much more like an insect colony, taking orders from the top down and obeying them without question. So whenever one such as you disobeys a direct order from the Queen, it is always a surprise. I knew there was something about you that I liked. Revealing humanity's nature of all things, that we do tend to obey orders, and sometimes we do obey those orders without question, and then there are those times where we stop and ask ourselves, why would they have us do this? Yeah, it seems terribly counterproductive. Then maybe on the several meal times that they've shared together, she would be like spiking the listener's meal with something. Probably with Genova cells. I think that would be fun. No? Yes, quickly now. My other pawn is making sure that things are progressing smoothly, but just in case, I want to make sure that my claim on this city is ironclad. Those little heroes will have nowhere to run. So just to recap, we've got a Shinra higher up, who is the speaker of the story, who has been overtaken by Genova's will. You know, been absolutely poisoned with Genova cells, the means of which we currently do not know. And then we have our listener of the story, a poor, low-level worker who only does maintenance on some special part of the reactor. And to the listener, she's unfortunately attracted the attention of someone on the higher-ups, and she's worried that her job is going to be axed. Unfortunately for her, that is very much not the case, and instead it is looking like she's going to be made into some thing that Genova needs or wants. Something Genova desires. And of course, Genova doesn't deal in partners and confidants, it deals in domination, so I'm pretty darn sure that this is going to end up with the listener being dominated in some way. Magnificent, aren't we? Yes, we. I have no need to keep up appearances now. You have been most helpful, human. And I have delighted in our time together. But now it's time that I claim what I need. You see, you have knowledge of this facility. No, you don't need to tell me. Very soon you will give me all that I need to know. Don't struggle, just accept the Genova cells. That sounds incredibly dark, but I think that it should be dark. And it has been a while since I've written a world that has been, like, created by someone else. Typically, I deal in my own creation. This is fun. I like it. And... Barret is level 20! Let's see, how hard does Barret hit now? Pretty darn hard. Also, I know that my voice is still very much recovering, both from the surprise respiratory infection that we got over the holidays. So, yes, my voice has been getting, like, a lot more tired of late, and it definitely needs a little bit more time to get back to its old, quality. I do worry sometimes. I do worry that my voice is becoming damaged. One of my biggest fears is that no one will want to listen to my audios anymore. It's a bit of a vain fear of mine, I know. I can't help. I can't help but worry. And I certainly know that the growliness that I sometimes get is really good for some voices. It is definitely good for some that just need that edge. Emma says, yes, and a bit of growliness is yes. Oh, is that so? Is that so? Is it yes or no, sweetie? Use your words. That'll do. Nick says, my voice is kind of raspy when I either wake up or I'm done with people. I get that. I get that. Emma says, wait, wolf isn't a word. Nick says, I also know how to purr and growl. Oh, do you know? I could tell, Emma. You're such a good girl. Nick says, I like to purr to myself when I'm at work and not talk to people. I see. Well, I certainly hope that I get back into the swing of things. It really is a wonderful feeling to create. That almost sounds like a line I should use. It is such a wonderful feeling to create. Emma says, it's a good line, and true. What kind of context, though? Very good question. In the context of what we were just talking about, it could be like, oh, what are we creating again? It is definitely something that can be read as making the listener go, oh. Oh no. Then again, I've also done like a lot of crazy transformation slash body horror stuff. I mean, obviously I haven't posted anything recently. Well, I guess not recently, but technically recently. Like, the last video I uploaded could be considered that. Genova creating a new pet from the listener. That's something that she would do. I definitely would like the listener to be conscious in some regards, so it could just be turning the listener into another form of creature. Yeah, just forcibly turning her into a monster. My dear little weapon. I can almost see her referring to the listener as her dear little weapon. From prey to weapon. Yep. Yep, pretty much. Well, she stalks you as you are prey, but once in her hands, you become something more. Will you fight me, as all of those pesky humans have done? I think not. I've watched you. And forgive me, but you aren't that strong. If we do fight, you will lose. And I will take what I want from you anyway. So what's it to be? Human. What is it to be? Prey. Oh, poor thing. Don't worry. The suffering you experience as a human is all over now. Yep. I want it to be equal parts disturbing and perhaps alluring. And who knows, I might actually write an alternate universe where it's softer. Maybe. I too tap these machines now. I didn't used to be able to. I just had another phrase pop into my head. Poor creature. Fizz says, "Hey, yo." Hi, Fizz. Emma says, "Oh hey, I am a poor creature." Poor little thing. Here, let mommy kiss it all better. Fizz says, hi, cutie. And poor Emma's going so flustered. Well, in this scenario, I am a villain, so why should I fight fair? Fizz says, oof, you can't just use the mommy voice like that. Why not? I said that I wouldn't be fighting fair. Does it make you weak, I wonder? Does listening to this voice make you go weak in the knees? Does it make your little heart go flip? Wolf says it's too powerful. You're just too cute. I can't help it, you are. I'm glad to see that you agree with me. That you are just so cute. You can't take it back now. No, and why would you take it back? Take it back and call mommy a liar? This is way too much fun. Lapis says my heart. Bless your heart. Emma says my brain. No, is your brain melting a little? Too fuzzy. No. Such a cute fuzzy deer. Absolutely precious. Good puppy. Wolf is such a good puppy. Good puppy. No. Is Emma a good puppy too? Good girl. Good morning, Spyro. It's so very good to see you. Hi. No. Sparrow says went to bed at 4 in the afternoon and woke up 15 minutes ago at 5:30 in the morning. Oh, I see. Fizz says team no sleep. Well. Oh, I'm pretty sure that I can lull you to sleep at some point. And there's no shame in it. Spar says, so clue me in on your challenge run, please. Yes. We are fighting to level 99 in the reactor building. We're not allowed to leave until after we attain level 99. Afterwards, I'm planning on seeing exactly what it looks like if you do it this way and break the game. And Cloud is level 21 now. Indeed. Pep, 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 pep. Emma says, why am I drooling? Oh, it's because you're a fuzzy-headed puppy. Pet, pet, pet. And some pets for you, Wolf. Pet, pet, pet. Barrett's at 777. It's amazing. So I suppose the all sevens only happens when there are 4 sevens. Of course, Black Wolf. I want to see how far we can get. Oh, our materia leveled up. my gosh. I did not expect my materia to level up, but you know what? I'll take it. Spar says, the gameplay looks a lot like Expedition 33, just without the dodge and parry mechanics. I went to a party. It was a little over a week ago, probably closer to 2 weeks ago by now. And it was a lovely sort of party. A little loud, a little bit crowded, but otherwise really, really nice. And then I made the biggest mistake that I could have made at such a party. I decided to drink a little. Because there was alcohol available, and they made me, one of my friends made me a cocktail. It was very, very light on, alcohol. And yet, after I consumed that alcohol, I felt the worst pain in my belly that I had ever felt in a long time. And it wasn't like a sick feeling. It was just, it was pain. It was absolute agony. Stomachache. So yes. I don't know exactly when it started, but it was definitely after I consumed the alcohol. And consuming more of it made it worse. And I had already downed the, well, I want to say most of the cup. So, cue me laying down in a quiet room as I am literally crying in pain. And it was by that point that I have sworn off alcohol entirely. I cannot be putting myself through that again. That just hurt. And it wasn't a fun sort of drunk either. I don't even remember feeling tipsy. Did you do it on an empty stomach? I think it was mostly an empty stomach, yeah. But regardless, I'm not going to, like, risk it again. I'm just going to take it as a sign that alcohol isn't for me. And honest to goodness, I see that as a major plus, because alcohol can do a lot of very bad things, especially if you go really drunk. Sparrow says, there you go, and definitely respect your choice. Good on you. Yeah. I've also, like, never quite understood the whole, oh, you don't drink, why don't you drink sort of thing. It's something that I thankfully haven't encountered that often, but you have to give, like, some sort of loving justification if you don't drink or something. From what I understand, it's a very common thing that people drink at large gatherings. And if you persistently avoid drinking, your behavior is called into question. I never understood that. Huggles. Very much appreciated. Yes, you will never catch a drunk fox on stream. From what I understand, I'm very, very giggly drunk. From the very few times that I've been tipsy. Used to be a thing for smoking too, I think, says Emma. Yeah. It's amazing what education can do. I suppose it's one of the reasons. One of. I'm pretty darn sure it's part of the interconnected web of things. But I'm pretty sure it's one of the reasons why they want to defund education so badly. The better educated you are, the less you fall for the marketing. And just another reason why capitalism is the bane of everyone's existence. Spyro says, that question, why don't you drink, is such a weird thing. I mean, I've definitely gotten curious, but I don't have the social courage to ask such an easily perceived as rude question. Well, honest to goodness, it is a rude question. Because what sort of business is it of another why someone else does not partake in the juice, in the alcohol? Emma says, why don't you smoke? Why don't you drink? How about, why don't you tear down the systems of oppression? Why are you not tearing down the systems of oppression? Tear down the systems of oppression and capitalism. Do it for me. Emma says looks up how to make a Molotov cocktail. I have to stress that you probably shouldn't make a Molotov cocktail just yet. However, I will say, though, that things are extremely bad on, like, all fronts regarding, like, our freedoms and stuff. I'm pretty darn sure that the Trump administration is going after clothing companies for binders of all things, so that's not good. It really drives me a little bit crazy and makes me really, really fluffing scared. It's like, what are you going to do? Try to legislate how I dress? No, thank you. Spyro says, there's a semi-fun, semi-dark anecdote about my school. I don't drink often, but when I do it for 4 years in a row and graduate as an engineer. Barret's level 21! Emma says, ooh, really? For some reason I thought you needed gas or something. One of the best things I ever heard was from a channel called Physics Duck, otherwise known as Chris Bowden. They are wonderful when it comes to engineering. Absolutely wonderful. And I take their advice over my lack of knowledge any day of the week. And one of the funniest things I ever heard him say was, I suggest emphasis towards deference using me as a reference, because a result of your Mephitis, management asked all the rest of us, and then made me your nemesis, because I'll fire your ass with prejudice. And this was, I believe, a rant that was done basically doing all of the worst things that you could do with a fire exit, or with an exit in general. Just having it barred in a... just having it barred, and having it completely demolished in some cases. But just, yes, I suggest emphasis towards deference to use him as a reference. Sparrow says, I am from a nation that invented or at least named the Molotov cocktail, and I can list the ingredients for one. Though, as a warning, the Molotov is an improvised anti-tank weapon, so you might change the formula to fit your needs. Yes. Change the formula to best suit your anti-capitalist needs. Turtle Love Audio says, oh dang, chatting about anti-cap needs? Pop off! It is so very good to see you. Please, pull up a chair. How are you doing today? I hope your day was a wonderful one. Fizz says, takes notes. Turtle says, big chillin', decided to explore from my comment section to yours. Oh. Oh shoot! Yeah! I know you, Turtle Love Audios. You make really good stuff. I can't believe I didn't recognize you at first. My apologies. We should do a collab at some point if you're interested. Emma says other VTuber comment sections. Lol, she turned her hair off. Emma says, Fox comment sections, we must seize the means of production. Sparrow says, did you see the winners of the Steam Awards? Silksong won Steam Game of the Year. Congratulations. Turtle says, lol, you're fine, sugar. I was going through my comments and saw you, so I figured I'd return the favor. Well, that would be lovely, sugar. I'd love to collab. That would be absolutely fantastic. You make wonderful stuff. Yeah, everyone check out Turtle Love Audios. She makes absolutely wonderful stuff. I definitely recommend her channel 100%. Fizz says, ice water from the freezer in the half-frozen water jug hits different. Emma says, Foxo says, go look. I say go look. Indeed, indeed, go look, go look, go look. Turtle Love Audios, they do really, really wonderful stuff. I'm pretty sure that their audios are on par, if not better than mine. Turtle says, oh well, I'm glad you think so, hun. I'm working on being more consistent, definitely. I'm gonna be taking a good look at your audios here in a little bit, so be warned if you see an influx of comments from me. It's okay, please. Leave as many comments as you like. Whether they be compliments or criticisms, I look forward to seeing what you think. I just got really, really excited. Fizz says, the squeak is back. Adorable. I just feel happy. Turtle says, reach out to me whenever you feel comfortable discussing a collab. You seem adorable. Well, thank you so very much. most of the stuff that I do is actually kind of focused on dark fantasy. I tend to focus a lot on the yandere content a lot. Turtle says, and then I can learn a thing or two from you. I just do the best I can. Oh yeah, Turtle. What I'm doing is I'm doing a long climb to level 99 in just the first reactor room. Turtle says, "Well, obviously it's working, hun. I'm excited to hopefully hear from you." Thank you so very much. Turtle says, "Oh wowza, ain't that something? Are you enjoying yourself, darling?" I'm flustered. I was not I did not expect to be called darling, and that just made my heart go flip. This is the universe's way of paying back revenge for flustering my audience. Oh gosh, yes, I'm enjoying myself. It's a really long climb, and I'm looking forward to seeing if we can actually get there. Turtle says, "Oh, I'm sorry, hun. I didn't even ask if you were okay with me calling you all that." Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm definitely okay with it. You have full license to continue. As a matter of fact, earlier, I was talking with my audience about potentially making a Final Fantasy VII themed audio of sorts. Nick says, "Fox is usually the one to fluster chat." Yeah, I do tend to. I do tend to. I'm really like, I really have an attachment to flustering chat a lot. Turtle says, "Well, alrighty then, darling. It's a pleasure to hear you get all cutesy. I see why your audience enjoys it." Gosh, making me want to try my hand to see if I can fluster you back. Turtle says, "Try your best, sugar." Why, thank you, I will. How are you doing today, Turtle? I hope your day has been absolutely wonderful. Oh, it's quite alright, Emma. Turtle says, oh, stop, you're precious. It's been wonderful. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful to hear. I don't know what if I would have done if it wasn't wonderful. I would have to work extra hard in making it all better for you. Turtle says, oh, you'd do all that for little old me? Well then, that would earn you a reward now, wouldn't it? A master of the verbal Aikido. I have to say, you are absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I am flustered again. Oh, golly. Oh, golly. Collie. Gosh. Well, I'm leaving my email in the chat in case you also wish to send me an email regarding collaborations or other topics. Just feel free to contact me at any point you wish to. Huh. It's almost like I got caught in the middle of a waltz, a very elaborate form of waltz, and now here I am tripping all over my feet. Oh, should I heal? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good for now. Oh, golly. Alright. I think I'm going to save here. Yes, save. Right, there we go. Because it's 9:30 now. And I do believe that it is high time that I slowly, relax. Oh golly, also, congratulations, Fizz, on your completed script. Why am I so flustered? Good night, Black Wolf. Thank you so very much for stopping by this stream. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I hope to catch you next week. I will be streaming on Wednesday around 6-ish, with luck. Hope to catch you again then. Golly. Thank you so very much. Make sure you get some good water to drink, some wonderful food to eat, and please stay safe out there. Surviving is winning. And yeah, that should be that. Good night.